It is. Good morning. I'm George Wishart, and as Bill indicated, I am the chair of the Stewardship Committee here at Kenilworth Union Church, and it is that time of year again when we turn our attention to stewardship. In the New Testament, the word steward is rooted in the Greek word that means the manager of the household. Has anyone asked you ever to look after somebody's kids? Or perhaps you look after a building, an office, or people for your employer? If you answer yes, then you have been a steward. And so stewardship is managing something on somebody else's behalf. Kenilworth Union is no different. There is a physical building, as we're all in, that requires care and stewardship, and we have the Buildings and Ground Committee of the board and John Sharp and his team to do just that. But Kenilworth Union is bigger than a building. It is the spiritual beacon that helps guide our faith journey that not even COVID could stop. Despite COVID-19 and the church being closed for months, the team pivoted and enabled us to connect and worship virtually. We now are emerging from with the church stronger than ever. Worship attendance is bouncing back. Our goal of having 150 kids in the Sunday school by December 1st is almost achieved. We're already at 148. And third grade Bible class is the largest we've had in the last 3 years. Once again, KUC is a place that wraps us in God's embrace. It's the cornerstone of our community. However, we have a responsibility to be good stewards of everything that the church represents to ensure it is here for generations to come. It is important that we steward our youth, steward our sick and suffering, steward our music program, be good stewards to our ministers, staff, and the facilities, and to give generously, not just in money, but of our time and of our abilities. It is with this underpinning that the theme of the stewardship campaign is all of me, all of us. It is a theme that runs through the Bible and especially reflected in Jesus' words from Matthew 22, where he tells us to love God with our hearts and our minds and our souls. He also asks that we love our neighbor as ourselves, a reminder that following God requires being in a relationship with others. Therefore, a stewardship pledge is made in the context of community. I learned firsthand in the last 6 months how important having a faith community is to lean on in times of need. I recognize that now more than ever, we need our fellow congregants as traveling companions for our own individual journey with God. This year's stewardship campaign is shorter than previous years. For the next 3 weeks, we celebrate generosity at KUC and invite you to take part by making a pledge to our annual All of Me, All of Us stewardship campaign. Now, I know that making a pledge is a very personal thing. We recognize that every family must tailor its financial support based on their own circumstances. Please know that whatever you pledge, your congregation will be most grateful for the financial support. Our goal this year is $2.2 million. When I reviewed the results of our efforts last year, it was clear that we need everybody's help to be successful as a church family. The big pledge and the small pledges are all critical to reaching this goal and to sustain all activities that are Kenilworth Union Church. You may pledge online or by completing the pledge card you received in the mail. To learn more about the All of Me, All of Us campaign, please visit kuc.org/stewardship. Now, Kenilworth Union Church has a long history of serving our families. We invite you to participate in supporting the church's financial stability and preserve the church as the cornerstone of our community for now and for generations to follow. It is through our gifts that we can provide this welcoming home to all. Thank you, Bill.